Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's week 5 here at CEA, and the Rocket League action just keeps getting better. My name is Dor. I've been here every week. I'm joined by Navac, our new host, our new caster for the day. And you know what? I'm happy to have you here. We missed up mine a little bit, but I feel like bringing on another accent is exactly what this cast needed.
Yeah, you think so? I mean, look, you got Gus, we love Upmind, good friend of mine. And I mean, I always love casting with you, Dor. We've done it for quite a while now, back and forth.
Too
Not done it
long.
in a
I
while,
can't
but
get
we'll
rid
see
of
how
them.
this one goes. Dude, I'm excited. These look like two mental teams, right? You were telling me Google's 5-0 this season and EG Tech being, what, 4-1?
Yeah, I mean, the only real difference here is that Google did manage to beat the Microsoft Ninja Cats, who are a pretty nutty team in and of themselves. EG Tech, however, did fall to the Ninja Cats, so it's a small toss-up there. I think the biggest ace up Google's sleeve right now is Shadow. He's been insane this season. The last time we saw him, I'm feeling lucky, I think it was a week or two ago. I mean, he just put him on their back.
Right, interesting. Okay, so that if there's a player to watch out for, then it's Shadow. I'll be keeping my eye on him and seeing how that one plays out. But it looks like the teams are just joining into the game, so we're going to hop right into it, Dor. Do you want to kick us off?
Whoo, let's go, Navac. Google looking to go 6-0 right now. EG Tech looking to break that loss barrier. Because you know what? At this point, we're running out of teams that don't have losses. There's been a lot of those tiebreaker matches. I think it was between weeks what, 3 and 4. We really saw a lot of those blank and O teams get caught out, get taken down a peg, taken down a notch. And I think it's about time Google did as well. EG Tech certainly seems to think so. And as a team that kind of came out of nowhere for us, it's exciting to see them doing so well. But beating Google is definitely no small feat. Is already lots of ball possession for the green side.
Yeah, no, just having a look at this is actually quite interesting to see their positioning. The rotations have been good and pushing out here. Hot Chocolate gets a touch, goes over towards Shadow. It looks like the setup. Is he going to go for the rebound? No, slight whiff. What are they going to make happen? Nilan goes for the push there, gets it past the defense. Good save though. Shadow bounces it off the reverb. Good patience here coming out from Salvo. Going to push it down into EG Tech. Goes over to Hot Chocolate. Good save by Shimmy. Gets it over to Nilan. They're going to need to clear it away here, Dor.
I really like the defense that EG Tech is putting on right now. It's proactive, it's mechanically sound, they're playing fast, they're keeping up with Google, but they haven't managed to play any attack except for into their own net. Oh, Lord. Oh, it's not good sights right now, but it's still only a 1-goal lead for Google, who are going to knock one in from Basic Bananas.
Yeah, Basic Bananas with a nice touch there. Shimmy tried to stop it, but the angle he came in, unfortunately, wasn't able to find it. But we are only just over a minute into this first game of the best of 5, and Shimmy looks to already try and get an opener. Goes slightly too wide, Dor. It's definitely interesting to see EG Tech play, because now they're on the back foot, right? So this is kind of where we see them pushing out and trying to play a little more aggressive to find that opening onto Google.
I think that's what they need to do, though, right? They haven't had any motivation to build out of their own half. They've been wanting to play a more possessive game, but I think it's absolutely necessary for them to kind of just go for it every once in a while. Google's going to create some opportunities, going to create some shots just like that, though, if you're not careful. Shadow off a beautiful little passing play here is going to put one more into the back of the net. Hot Chocolate.
So the interesting thing about that is on the side of EG Tech, you actually saw, I believe that was Salvo and Nilan, just out of positioning, rotating for boost, and they just weren't able to defend. And we saw Basic Bananas pass it over to Shadow, and Shadow just put it in. Shimmy wasn't in the right place.
Well, wrong place, wrong time. 3 minutes left, though. There's plenty of time in that regard, Navac. And oh my God, they're trying.
Nilan
got one in.
He finds the goal.
Oh, EG Tech. That's what we needed from a little bit of life. It's a heavy commit for them on the attacking side, but honestly, I'm here for it, Navac.
Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about, right? It's those slight micro decisions where it's like, we'll go grab the boost, and you just leave yourself slightly too open. And when you're playing against a team like Google that's currently 5-0 in the season, you can't be giving them those opportunities. Good breakout here. Shadow's going to push forward. Nilan doesn't get the boost. Shadow steals it away. That means they're going to have a boost advantage over the Hot Chocolate. Double demo, Basic Banana puts it in. Oh no, he goes wide.
Navac!
Oh, not like this.
You cursed him.
That was textbook, and it all went wrong. This is a great chance for EG Tech. They might be able to find an opportunity. Hot Chocolate with stumbles a little bit there. Shimmy steals it away, goes over to Salvo. Shadow with a big clear. Nobody in goal, but it is going to go wide. Basic Banana rotating it up, challenges by Nilan. Nilan, right, bit of a pinch, ends up in Hot Chocolate, keeping on the pressure. Google is not letting up. Shadow gets the boost, has it all the way up, gets it past Salvo. Nilan's in the goal. Basic Banana and Shadow commit for it. The fake away tries to happen, but they all miss. Shimmy, large goes over to Salvo. Good bounce, rebound into the corner here, opens up Google's goal. Are they going to be able to find it? No, Basic Banana on that defense door. This is the rotations coming out from Google right now are fantastic.
Yeah, they're playing some solid defense, but they haven't got the ball out of their half quite yet. Hot Chocolate's got it clear, but again, more great aggressive defense from EG Tech. Not necessarily aggressive, more so proactive from them, right? They're challenging at the midfield, not letting Google get anything in for free. And it's allowing them to keep a lot of their own pressure. They need to hit this ball. It will be across Salvo with a very dangerous demo. But Shadow will be there to at least make the save on that one. Still under a lot of pressure, though, is the blue side. Fumbling around for the ball in their own half. It's going into the corner from Shimmy as well to even up the score for EG Tech.
Yeah, I mean, and that's going to be 2-2 at the moment. That's worked out for EG Tech. That big whiff at the start from Google on that opening goal let them open up. And this is now bringing them to 2-2 with 1 minute 41 seconds on the clock. So that's just over 100 seconds, and this could go either way.
Oh yeah, it's anyone's game at this point. In a minute 30, just one goal away from really breaking. But you know what we say, Navac, right? A one-goal lead in Rocket League, it's not really a lead. That one can come from anywhere. These teams haven't sealed anything out yet. Nyland's going to give them that one-goal advantage, though, which is at least a little bit of comfort padding heading into the final minute.
Yeah, but this is the first time this best of 5 we're going to see Google on the back foot, right? I'm curious, as somebody who's not seen either of these teams play before, how they're going to adjust, if they're going to crack under the pressure. I don't know the score history, so it's definitely interesting to see. But at the moment, I would love to hear their communication and see what's going through their head. Goes over to Chocolate. Shimmy with the long pass. Nobody's in goal. That's just going to go in.
Ooh, coast to coast for EG Tech. I mean, this is what happens when you get a goal behind, right? Especially into that last minute, you have to play aggressive. You have to make some concessions because, you know, you need a goal to catch up, and EG Tech punishes beautifully. I think Google got a little bit too antsy, a little bit too early there, and that's what ends up causing them, well, not only that goal, but the one prior even.
Yeah, and I think this is it, right? EG Tech now playing a slow, it's like a slow advance, right? A slow grind where they're constantly gaining a little bit of foot inch by inch with each of these back and forths. Shadow's looking to try and slow it down. Shimmy plays it defensively, looking for the double touch. Where's this breakout going to happen? Ends up in Hot Chocolate's hands. He's going to be able to put that in. So there's a one-goal advantage at the moment for EG with 50 seconds on the clock. Google, with how they have been playing, should be able to catch up statistically on their average goal per minute. But is that going to happen? Because you're kind of looking at goal 1 and 2 where we saw from Google go really, really fast in quick succession. And EG, like I said, have been able to play it out slowly. And this seems to be much more in favor of them pace-wise, positioning, and even control. Shadow's getting a lot of boost steal, but overall, EG is playing really, really well to answer back to the positioning.
Yeah, adaptation-wise, I think EG Tech has done a better job than Google, arguably. Google's trying to play their game. They're trying to control the pace of this match right now. But EG Tech haven't let them so far. That hasn't stopped them, though. Because, I mean, with Google's mechanics, with Google's team play, with Google's rotations, I mean, it's hard to not let goals in. It's still going to be a one-goal advantage for the orange side to be evened up in the last 30 seconds. Shimmy clears it down the field. Google now get a little bit of ball control off the back wall. And this is the attack that really matters, Navac. It's a clear out to the right. Basic Bananas try and clear the ball forward. It's going to whiff that one. Shadow to play it up to Hot Chocolate. Maybe for a cross here, but no. Intercepted by the orange side. EG Tech just trying to lay this ball to the ground to shut down this whole play. But Google's going to get one more chance in the corners. Basic Bananas across the net. It hits the ground, and EG Tech take game 1.
So there was a little bit there at the end where you actually saw Salvo trying to end that game as quickly as he could. He had possession of the ball, got the interception, and it actually looked like he was trying to bounce it off the wall and then immediately shoot it into the ground, but it went slightly too wide. I think he hit the angle just slightly too tight. And yeah, it almost gave Google that chance to actually find that 4th goal. It was looking very good for them in those last 2 seconds.
I mean, you can go back to earlier when you thought they made a goal. You thought they had an open net. And it is like that goal is the difference.
From how Google had been playing that point on, I was sitting there and I was like, that's a goal. There's no way. They're open. Nobody's in rotation. Like, nobody can get there in time. It's an open net. And we saw the whiff happen, and that cost them this round.
I mean, Navac, maybe they're not feeling so lucky.
No, maybe they're not, you know, but this is game 1 of a best of 5. And You know, you always say that one goal in Rocket League isn't a massive advantage, but what I always say is on to the next game, 0-0, 5 minutes on the clock. It's anybody's game again.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice part, right? They're going to get a reset. They're going to get to go again.
Absolutely.
I don't think they're out of this match by any
No,
real
not
means.
at all.
Yeah, I think you play that one, it could go differently. 50% of the time you see Google coming out ahead. And for EG Tech, I think that means you need to continue to adapt because Google will change up their game plan. And it's something
I'm excited to see how that happens.
Yeah, it was something that we saw last week where there was preemptive adaptation from one of the teams, and it ended up playing out really, really well. They shifted from, okay, we're just going to play defensive to now we're going to play attacking, and then even further on in the series, before the other team could do anything about the attacking change, they started pulling out demolitions heavily into their play, and that just threw a wrench into all of the defensive plans. And if EG Tech can successfully do that, find one more way to mix up their play, that could pull them out to the end of the series.
Yeah, we'll have to see if there's a bit of a breakout opportunity here then for EG Tech. Shadow looks for the opening though, manages to find it, goes off the backboard over to Hot Chocolate. Salvo intercepts it. Gets that bounce down onto the floor, slows the ball down. The momentum once again playing to EG Tech, goes over to Shimmy. Shimmy puts it in. Oh, goes slightly too short. All of these goals that look dead on. I need to stop cursing them.
You're the one saying it right now, Navac, and EG is the one walking the talk. Now, Shimmy.
Okay, what are we going to see? Basic Banana, where's the answer here from Google? Salvo. Hot Chocolate reads. Good positioning coming out from Google. Over to Shadow. Big clear. Hot Chocolate looks to set it up for his teammate, Shimmy, with the touch. Over to Nilan. Salvo. Touch gets bumped by Basic Banana, but Shimmy's in position, clears it over into Google's territory. Looks to be the one-man army, gets the demo onto Hot Chocolate. Now Salvo's opportunity. Off the backboard, goes over to Nilan. Nope. Off wide again. But the thing is, EG already have a game up in this best of 5, right? So they can afford to play a bit more aggressively, do some riskier plays, where Google's forced into a position where they do not want to be 2-0 in a best of 5.
Oh yeah, the last thing you want to see against a team of the caliber of EG Tech is just match points. They're going to seal it out almost every single time. The second they get that 2-0, they smell blood in the water. They're just going to keep doing what they want to do. That demolition, though, oh, it's so big.
Shimmy
Shimmy
with the save!
Oh my God, it's all the way across for it. Now it's a counterattack from EG Tech. If this is intercepted, could be disaster for Google. Shadow wisely, though, playing it out, controlling the ball for himself. Nyland beats him on the 50-50, though, and this is a rough spot for them to be in. They got to rotate back inside, but they can't. Nyland's there with the shot and to put the first in for EG.
Yeah, no, that save from Shimmy, they completely turned that momentum around. And then Nyland obviously got the touch, managed to put it in. We saw an attempt by Hot Chocolate, couldn't get there in time. I mean, and that puts EG in the lead once again, 1 goal up.
It's got a decent amount of time. Oh no, oh no, Hot Chocolate luckily is there. The camera angle hiding him. But fortunately for Google, he is there to make the save. With another cross off the crossbar. Great job by Shadow being there in time. Textbook cross, textbook shot from Google. Basic stuff, but it ties up the game.
Yeah, I mean, all that processing power can really, can you really complain? Big textbook plays. Comes out nice and clean. And this is the thing, right? Sometimes you don't want to be fancy. You just need textbook plays, play what you know works, and commit to it. And as long as you execute on the foundation flawlessly, you should win the majority of your games.
Yeah, and as much as they've been searching for the net in these past few minutes, it hasn't really been returning any results for Google up until then, right? They've had a fair few opportunities, but every single time it just gets sent right back by EG Tech. This one, though, could be dangerous.
Google,
over top. Great little shot by Bananas. Coming in, making sure that ball goes exactly where he wants it. Slams it into the back of the net. I mean, you can just tell the pace on this thing. Good Lord. He did not want that one going anywhere else.
No, for a second there, it looked like it almost got saved, but the momentum carrying forward on the ball, it just went straight in.
All right, Google
coming up on
first
again.
lead since game 1 now with a 2-1 lead. EG Tech has plenty of time, but the first time in a little bit, we've seen them have to play from behind. This series, though, just keeps getting better, Navac. And oh, Lord, this play. Oh, that could have been real bad. If EG Tech had one more person up there to finish off that cross, that was dangerous. Into the corner, though. It's back in their possession, and I feel like the game's really slowed down Navac. Even though there's been some dangerous opportunities, they have been relatively simple, right? No one's going for anything too crazy. They just want to play solid Rocket League, and when the score is this close, can you blame them?
No, well, actually, I was just paying attention there to seeing how Google's positioning and rotations were happening. And it's quite interesting if you pay attention, when Shadow and Basic rotated up forward, Basic stayed midfield, Shadow pushed up, and Hot Chocolate actually rotated towards their goal to pick up the boost, but also to be prepared for a big clear. Because we saw in Game 1, that's how EG got a majority of their goals. So they've learned they're not overextending with a three-man push. And it's interesting to see this team adapt so well against their opponent. And Google have a minute on the clock. They're a goal up. So EG, it's on EG to try and find this, or it's going to go 1-1 in this best-of-5 series. Pushing out here, Nyland. Yeah, this is looking like it. It looked like Salvo for a second there was looking to try and get the demo onto Shadow, but decided against it. Now I'm intrigued to why. Big pinch shot here, goes over to Hot Chocolate. Midfield, looks up. You can see Shadow running it down right behind Chocolate, looking for that bounce off of the sideboard. Is he going to be able to strike in the water? Oh, there we go. 30 seconds left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Goes down in front of their goal. Google's looking for it, and Basic puts it in.
Oh, that's just rough. Up the back of the net. And, I mean, there's nothing more to this. EG Tech just got fumbled by the post. Oh, you hate to see it. Both Salvo and his teammate having a rough time over there dealing with the ball. And, I mean, good on Google for coming in and capitalizing, and that opportunity doesn't get made if Shadow doesn't hit that odd-angle shot. But EG Tech now with 2 goals behind in 20 seconds. It's certainly possible, Navac, but definitely not likely for them to come back in this one. Google are looking like they want to tie this one up in a 1-to-1 fashion. Looking even for one more goal. A couple of style points on the way out. No, it's going to be knocked out by Shimmy up the Nyland, who just wants to lay it down and let the score be tied up in the series. That 1-game lead, Navac, it's gone now. There's no more buffer for EG Tech.
Well, no, now we're 1-1. We could see somebody, well, we're definitely going to see somebody pulling a slight lead with the next game. But yeah, no match point threat where Google needs to 3-0 the next 3 games. So I'm sure we see the Google team kind of taking a sigh of relief, making sure that they don't have to try their hardest and get those 3 wins. But EG Tech, I mean, we saw a lot, but now they need to be adapting to Google's methodical play style. It's actually really, really interesting to watch.
Yeah, I actually feel like the one place where EG Tech needs to step up right now is on their defensive end. I feel like their rotations have failed them a number of times. The last one was a mechanical failure. It happens.
Yeah, but when their rotations have gone off, they've managed to almost consistently launch counter plays that have managed to find them goals. And that's why you see Google kind of slowing down a little bit and playing this slow advance and finding those small openings and then completely ripping open and managing to find the goals.
I mean, for Google, it's been entirely passing plays. There's been almost nothing individual from them, and you can see exactly why this team has gotten this far. It's not necessarily anything flashy. It is just the most solid fundamental.
It's textbook.
CEA.
Yeah, it's completely fundamental. But we'll have to see if that continues, right? I mean, it's coming from the fighting game community, seeing the name like Shimmy, and that's a term in the FGC, and then not seeing fundamentals being executed when you called Shimmy, it's kind of like, oh no. But Google's fundamentals are really, really working off at the moment. And hopefully we see EG Tech step up, because I want to see this go to a game 5.
I'd be very down for game 5. And nobody's really taken Google to these lengths before, but if EG Tech just roll over now, if they just give up right here, well, you know, then it just looks like a regular old I'm feeling lucky match, because these guys have dominated everyone they've come up against. EG Tech taking a game off them is relatively unprecedented so far, and to see them shut down Shadow so efficiently is also pretty surprising, because he has been all over the field. He's been creating some dangerous opportunities, but not too many of them has resulted into bad things, except for this one. Oh, Navac, I had to curse it.
Oh, you know, that was absolutely one of those not like this moments, right? You see Chocolate get the touch, it goes over, and it was such a good attempt on the save, but it just went the wrong way.
I was so certain the first one had cleared it clean, but no. I mean, it was nowhere out of Google's control. They just follow up one person after another, keeping the pressure on. And again, that's what's been getting them a lot of these goals. Just constant pressure, clean play. Look at that pass back. That's gorgeous. You earned that goal. Oh my lord. I mean, he makes it look easy, but just the heads up. touchback, knows where his teammate is. Gorgeous lob. I mean,
but again, it's one of those things where now you need to look at EG Tech, right? Because when Google is playing fundamentals, when they're playing textbook stuff, you should be seeing the rotations coming out, right? We should always be seeing somebody in the goal box, somebody ready to kind of make those plays and look for things like back passes into long clearing. But it's not happening. Look how pushed up EG Tech are at the moment. They've just given an open goal to Basic again.
I mean, how has Basic ended up on the receiving end of all of these?
Well, he's just found himself in the right place. He's managed to weave himself through everybody. And because EG Tech is playing so aggressively now, because they feel like they're so behind, they're just giving Google goals.
That's the last thing you want to be doing right now. In a series this tight, Nylon's got an opportunity, though. It's a 1v1. Not a great one, but a cross up to his teammate, Shimmy. He's there to get a shot in. Saved by Hot Chocolate, though. It's back out into EG Tech hands. Very dangerous territory. Oh my god, the wave dash shot. Hot Chocolate, don't play with my heart. Going for more even. Shimmy's got one across the field, but no. This Google defense just feels impenetrable right now.
Well, if you look at their rotations, right, Shadow, Hot Chocolate, and Basic are all around the box, looking to play it out. Look, Shadow pushes forward, then Chocolate goes for the touch. Back and forth, but Basic stays back, plays patiently, and makes sure that if either of his teammates lose ball possession, they're able to rotate and regain it. And what it's going to take, we need to be seeing aggressive pushes. We need to be seeing some demos coming out from EG Tech just to crack this open.
I mean, they're trying everything in their book right now. Some crazy shot angles they're pulling. There's tons of pressure. But I just feel like at some point here, Google's going to break the ball out of their half, and it's going to be almost a guaranteed goal the way it has every other time. You can see they've already rotated forward. They see the weakness. They see the holes in the defense because EG Tech are playing so aggressive. And EG Tech, meanwhile, haven't managed to capitalize on any of their attacks. That would have been such a great shot to have, but a missed pass leaves it up to Nyland, and then the Google side is able to get back in time and make the save. It's just the little discrepancies that are there, but it has been enough to keep EG Tech in the game.
Well, here, Nyland with the touch, goes over to Basic. Basic clears it over into midfield. Shadow looking for the rotation. Shimmy gets the boost. Shadow gets past Shimmy. Shimmy now completely out of position. Hot Chocolate goes for the touch. The demo goes in off of the backboard. Shadow looks to recenter it. Salvo's on top of it.
Oh boy, EG Tech. The rubber's hitting the road right now, or the grass, the turf, whatever's underneath these cars. It's not looking good for them. Google notably strong at match point. Have had teams there numbers of times, and almost every time they seal it out in a more convincing fashion than the prior game. So this higher scoreline for game 3 does not bode well for EG Tech, who have just not managed to create pressure. Look at this from Shadow. I mean, the neutral play from Google, right? Even when they're playing on the defense, they stabilize the ball so quickly back into neutral territory, back into a position where they can actually start building out of their own half again, and it just nullifies every attack that EG Tech want to do. Like we've seen it before from them. We know Google's a solid team, but we've never seen them play up against someone who's as much of a threat as EG Tech, yet they're making it not look like they are one.
I mean, Google's playing extraordinarily well. Interesting. Are there any other? Obviously, this is my first game seeing any of this, and this is some really nice Rocket League. But I was going to ask to you, who are the other teams that we've seen play out throughout the season against Google, and kind of what were the scorelines before?
I mean, the big ones are the big one to challenge them would be generally Ninja Cats. I believe their game last week was relatively close. I don't remember who they played against, but point is, yeah, they've had very few close matches. The Ninja Cats are the only other ones, and the Ninja Cats are a really solid team in and of themselves coming from Microsoft. So Google really haven't had a competitor. They've had teams make it close. They've had teams maybe take a game off them, but outside that, it's been a really solid season for them overall. And they're looking to make it another clean win. This 3-1 lead is not really budging anywhere, Navac.
No, I mean, it's looking pretty good for Google at the moment. It does seem like they were feeling lucky, right? That first game, they kind of just turned on all the charm after that.
G-Tech now into the corner, Salvo to try and get across him, but the play is just slowing down. Google bringing it down to a snail's pace. Shadow with no boost. He's gonna get the ball there if he's well, if he's the last man alive. You know what? He's not going to be. He's the first man dead. fact, with the demolition coming into play. 3-1, though, seems to be the final scoreline of this game. As the seconds tick down, EG Tech are taken over to match point by Google.
Oh my goodness, what an absolutely like one-sided game that time around, right? We saw time and time again, it looked like EG Tech were going to be able to start swinging things their way, and it just never happened. I mean, Dor, I don't know what you have to say on the matter.
Hit your shots. That's it. I mean,
Yeah.
they had so much attack. They had a lot of opportunities. They just weren't making the most of them. And I think a lot of that comes down, pardon me, to Google's clean rotations. I think some of it, though, comes down to EG Tech just missing on their opportunities, not making the most of them. As for ways they can come back in this game right now, I think there's one clear one. Starts with a D, ends with an Emolitions. Start breaking up those rotations if I'm feeling lucky. They're known for their clean play. They're known for being able to just do their thing, play their fundamentals. How do you throw a wrench into that plan? Start blowing up their cars. It really is a great way to counterplay.
Well, yes, and there's also the option of just start playing fundamentally as well, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're kind of covering all your bases, you should be all right. Yeah, you do have the option of trying to cripple commit, and I know I mentioned it earlier in that last game when they were 3 goals down that they need to just start demoing, but coming into a 5-minute 0-0, I feel like they should just stop with the overcommitment, right? Send 2 in, just match what we see Google doing, and try and just get the better passing plays.
Yeah, well, it's game 4 now. Google's got it at match point. EG Tech looking to come back, and I think I totally agree with you here, Navac, with the overcommitment. I think the big issue for EG Tech is that overcommitment happened too early, right? It's been early aggression from them. They're trying to come out with some sort of lead early on, but there's the punish. Instantly, demolition up the wall in the goal from Google off of them playing aggressive off the kickoff, and that's why we can't be getting so aggressive early on into the game. You just don't have the numbers to do it. You're not up to speed. You're not focusing on your fundamentals enough, and Google are going to punish you every single time.
Yeah, now coming in to kick off, this is a good opportunity for EG Tech. Basic Bananas didn't commit, just played it defensively, and this is what I'm talking about, right? These are the reads that we need to be seeing. Good demo coming onto Basic. Shimmy and Salvo pushing up. Shadow sees an opportunity. Hot Chocolate goes for a bump, but Shimmy rotates back. Nyland's in position. Basic with the touch. Shadow puts it in.
Oh, what a beautiful redirect. I mean, there's nothing more to it. The rotations were off from EG Tech. They thought they were playing on the attack. A double commit onto the ball makes a rough situation. There's one guy going back. He's barely got the boost to get there. And who could predict that coming from Shadow, right? The ball just spits out of the midfield, goes straight to him, and he managed to put a good amount of pace on it as well while it's headed for the goal. Nothing but class from this Google side right now.
And I believe we've been missing forms, George. Just having a look at it. Apparently, we saw Microsoft beat I'm Feeling Lucky last week.
Oh, am I crazy? Okay. Well,
apparently, I mean, you're the one that, you gave me the information, Dor.
All right.
But apparently, both of these teams are 4-1-4-1. So that's good to know. Interesting. Okay, so everything we've said about Google being undefeated, we're completely incorrect, Dor.
That's how it is. They're still a solid team. They're still an argument.
No, absolutely. No, they're playing fantastically.
Yeah. This is a matchup that I feel like could be closer. And honestly, EG Tech, they showed up really well in game 1, but we're just not seeing the same thing all the way here in game 4. And Google's doing Google things, right? It was Microsoft, right? They are an insane team in their own right. Losing to them should be no chip off anybody's shoulder until you start losing more games. And right, 2 is going to be a pattern for them, but they're not looking to let it be that. They're looking to take down EG Tech here in a very solid fashion. And already with such a lead in this game, we saw how they were able to hold on to that 3-1 lead in the last one. I don't want to be in EG Tech shoes right now.
No, but we also saw EG Tech bring it back in that game 1, right? So if they can get themselves back into that mentality, they should be able to find it. They've taken a round off of I'm Feeling Lucky, right? So they should be able to do it again if they just go back to that methodical playstyle we saw them playing game 1.
It's a big should, Navac. Up come EG Tech into the corner. They're all looking to get across the net. They're going for pretty standard plays here. But their rotations haven't quite been solid. They're scared to commit that third man because they've been so punished for it prior. But it also means they're not having as many opportunities on the net because they're afraid to commit a third into the attacking rotations, which is understandable. But if you're playing them correctly, you should have a man back to play defense regardless. It's just a lack of confidence from them right now. And Who wouldn't be? I mean, you've seen how the last couple games have gone. It's been Google all day. Hot Chocolate comes in, sweeps up one more on the defense. What was going on here? I think Shimmy was going for a boost back in the corner. No, gets bumped at Shadow in the corner. No, there's just nobody back from EG Tech.
This once again is what I was referencing, right? Is the positioning and just the ability to rotate from AG Tech seems to be lacking, and I'm not quite sure, because we definitely saw some good response times in game 2, which happened to be the game that they did win.
Now, I'm feeling lucky with a real comfortable lead, one that they won the game with on the previous. I mean, that's the thing, is we wanted EG Tech to slow down, to not have to play aggressive, but now they have to play aggressive because they're down. They put themselves in this situation, Navac.
Yeah, now goes over to Nyland. Big pass, Shadow intercepts. Onto the backboard. Hot Chocolate looking for the waterfall, finds it. But Shimmy manages to steal it away. I mean, the footsie game is on point. Goes over to Nyland. Looking for Shimmy. Goes over to Shadow. Back with the run. Salvo's not got the... saved the boost. Okay, massive patience being shown by Salvo there from EG Tech.
I'm not going to lie. I think he picked one up on his way back. Like, that was so close. Now trying to shove one in onto Shadow. It's not going to happen, but Nyland will keep it up. Dangerous territory for the Google side. In fact, a double commit now into the air makes it even worse. Shadow, though, I mean, he's been holding down this defense so well. Now with the full reset of their rotations, Google's going to look to build out of their half and do so appropriately. Salvo can't contain this, so now the blue side gets to play on the attacking half again.
Yeah, now once again, Salvo gets one touch, goes for two, looks to bounce it off of Shadow. Shadow with the save. What are they going to play? Where's the opener? Over to Hot Chocolate. Big clear should come out from him. Nyland runs it back, looks for the intercept, makes it go wide. Good touch into the corner. Basic Banana on top of it, bounces it up, looks for the setup. Shadow's rotating defensively. Nyland goes the air touch. Shadow's in over to Shimmy. Big clear. 50 seconds on the clock. EG Tech need to find a goal roughly within the next 25 seconds. But it's going to be a struggle if it starts to get down into those low 30 seconds.
I think my favorite thing about what I've seen from Google this match is that they haven't changed what they want to do. They know exactly what their game plan is, they know exactly how it's going to work, and they're going to control this game whether or not they win or lose it. And I think EG Tech, as good a team as they are, it's just so difficult to fully adapt to what Google throws at you fundamentally, because there's no tricks up their sleeve, there's no cheats, there's no real counterplay. The only way to beat them is to just play solid Rocket League. And Google's not letting them do that. Google keeping control of this ball, keeping it back in their corner, running down the time. There's only 10 seconds left, Navac, and EG Tech, they're running out of time on their life right now. 5, 4, it's up in the corner. That has to be it. It's played down by Basic Bananas. GG.
Impossible. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Google may have lost to Microsoft Clip It last week, but they came back furiously this week.
I mean, it's the exact same thing from Google. It's exactly what we expect from them. Really solid play, really solid fundamentals. They just get better. They last so long. They can go to a 5-game series, but they're just going to be consistent all the way through.
Yeah, and that was an absolute pleasure to watch. EG Tech had some moments where they needed to focus on their rotations. They needed to consider playing a bit more defensively. But when we did see them shine, there was some absolutely really cool stuff. I saw some innovative decision-making that I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah, and I think that's why Google's so entertaining, right? It's such simple things, right? The pass back to the ball that got lobbed over, right? That's not necessarily a mistake from EG Tech. That's just a really strong play from Google. And EG Tech, I mean, they played fantastically. They put up a solid fight. That game 1 was all over the place. It was a great comeback for them. But now they're going down to 2 losses, and they're feeling a little bit more uncomfortable in the season. Ladies and gentlemen, though, as for today, that's our match. We do have an interview on the back end, though. I'm feeling lucky we're going to get one of their players in just a moment, so stay tuned.
We'll be back with you in just a moment.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I promised you guys an interview, and we got it to you right and quick. We've got Jellyfish coming in from the Google side, their captain who led them all the way to this victory. Wasn't your cleanest one ever, but it looked damn good. How you feeling about it?
Good. I didn't have to do a whole lot since I was spectating the whole time, but it went well.
Yeah, I was saying, obviously you spectating and things like that. What was the communication like in the call? How was the team playing? How was it feeling?
The first game was a little sketchy. I mean, there were a lot of whiffs. I think like we were sitting in the lobby for like 15 minutes beforehand, so I guess we were a little cold. But
Yeah.
After game one, we were just saying like play a little faster, more confidently, don't hesitate so much, and we'll be able to like outpace them and keep up the pressure. And we did that and won the next 3 games. So
Yeah, I think there's
Yeah.
one thing that we've noticed about your team is that you guys are just the most fundamentally sound here at CEA. If you guys just lean back on what you know, you can control the entire pace of the game. And we saw it in the clean passing play that you guys were pulling off time and time again. And it wasn't just things like, oh, you know, here's one off the backboard, here's one into the corner. It's things like the passes back, the high balls that are going up the wall across the field into your other teammates. They're so well executed. Are they explicitly communicated in the call, or are these things that you guys are doing by feel because you've been playing together for a while?
I mean, they're called when they happen, but I think it's more to do with just like the positional awareness we have. So we usually just position ourselves in ways where those can come up, but we don't like I don't know, we don't like preconceive them like 30 seconds before they happen or something crazy.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
yeah.
I don't think many Rocket League teams do. I think maybe at the professional level we have people scrimming and kind of making ideas and plans that way. But yeah, it never works out exactly as you think it does. But no, it was definitely cool to see, just seeing the level of fundamentals. And it's interesting to see. How do you feel? From what I understand, Shadow was a recent pickup. So how do you feel kind of taking a little bit of a back seat and letting him play out?
I don't mind. Like, I just like when our team wins. So even if I'm not playing
That's
when it
fair enough.
happens,
Yeah,
totally fine by me.
fair enough.
All right. So number one captain, soon to be number one GM. It's got to feel pretty good, at least where you guys are looking, because honestly, you guys look fantastic heading into later into the season, and I think you guys are honestly a shoo-in for top 2 teams here. You do have 1 loss on your record. How do you feel about coming back from that, and do you think you have the momentum to carry on?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. We lost to Microsoft Clip It, and I think they kind of caught us off guard a little bit. I think for 2 reasons. One, on that day, like we had all just woken up and we were really tired, so I think we weren't like super warmed up. And 2, we had just come off the win from Ninja Cats, who are like usually the number 1 team, so we were feeling really good and confident off of that. So I think we might have underestimated the other teams too. But I think even that series was really close. So I think if we matched up against them again, we could win.
Hey, well, it sounds like you guys have
Right.
it locked up right now. You got a clear game plan to take into the future weeks. So you know what? Thank you so much for popping into the interview. Congratulations on your win today. It was well earned, and good luck in your future matches.
Thank you.
All
Yeah, good
catch
luck.
you later. All right, ladies and gents, for this week, that's all we got. However, don't forget there's more CEA Rocket League action with plenty of other ridiculous... It's still weird to say I'm casting teams like Google and Amazon and stuff, but they're all over the place here. So keep watching. Next week, same time, same place. You can follow CEA on Twitter. I believe it's somewhere down beneath the stream. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow Navac on Twitter. I think he's that way. He's that way. Go ahead and do that. It helps us out a ton. And you know what? Stay tuned because there's more action next week. We'll catch you guys then. Take it easy.
See you later.